In this video, I'm going to share 5 things I like about the residential neighborhood of Cambridge, Massachusetts, known as Neighborhood 9. Stay tuned. Neighborhood 9 is a residential neighborhood of Cambridge, Massachusetts. It's a moderate density neighborhood with some 12,000 residents. And the key points that define this neighborhood, if you think of it as a triangle, are Harvard Square and Cambridge Common to the south, Porter Square north of that, and then out towards Fresh Pond and the Fresh Pond Rotary. You can think of these 3 points as defining the outer edges of the neighborhood. And it takes its shape as it runs from Harvard Square up Massachusetts Avenue, and it's found to the west of Massachusetts Avenue and to the south of the commuter rail line that runs from Porter Square out beyond Fresh Pond. And then the southern border, if you will, runs along Garden Street from Harvard Square out to Fresh Pond and the Rotary on Concord Avenue. So it's a wonderful neighborhood of Cambridge, and I want to share with you 5 things that I love about Neighborhood 9. Number 5 on my list is Danahi Park, and this is the largest green space found in all of Cambridge. And it's out bordering on North Cambridge, further west in the Neighborhood 9 neighborhood. And once upon a time, Danahi Park was a brickyard. And thereafter, it became actually a city dumping ground. It served that purpose from 1952 until the early 70s. And then it was used as a staging ground for the construction of the Red Line in Cambridge. That brought a lot of dirt to what became Danahi Park. And the city ultimately reinvented this land as a park, and it opened Danahi Park in 1990. It's a really wonderful 50-acre green space with athletic fields, including a football field with a track around it, soccer fields, baseball and softball fields. And in addition, there is both a playground and a tot lot. There's a designated wetland area. There's many picnic areas and walking paths. So there's a lot happening in Danahi Park, and there's even a dog park on the backside on New Street with the dog run. So there's many aspects that make up Danahi Park. It's sort of the secret hidden gem of the Cambridge Park system. Very few people actually know about it, and it's sort of a hidden jewel. There is easy parking for Danahi Park for Cambridge residents on Sherman Street, and then additional parking along New Street near the dog park. So if you're coming by car, it's easy enough to find a place to park, and I encourage you to experience it. I'm often struck when I walk through Danahi Park by how big and quiet it is. It really is a place apart. It doesn't have a whole lot of street presence, so it's sort of tucked in and hidden, but it's well worth discovering. And it's the first thing on my list of 5 things I like about Neighborhood 9. Number 4 on the list is the Porter Square area, which is found in Neighborhood 9, right on the edge. And there are both a Red Line T station and a commuter rail line stop found in Porter Square, which is an active hub for Cambridge life. And right there in the heart of Porter Square, of course, is the Porter Square Mall. And favorite ports of call in the Porter Square Mall for me include Tags Hardware and Porter Square Books. Just great local institutions, friendly staff at Porter Square Books, and same for Tags Hardware, which is just well run and has everything you need in a hardware store. Anna's Taqueria is also found in the Porter Square area and is a frequent place for me to get a lunch on the go. Love the Anna's Taqueria chain. Third on my list is the Longis School of Music. And this School of Music, which dates from 1915, has its campus in Neighborhood 9, and the main building found at 1 Fallon Street is a stone mansion, the Edwin Abbott House, that dates from 1937. And there's a wonderful concert hall here, Pickman Hall, that seats 300 and has birch paneling and is a great place to see either a soloist or a chamber performance. And there are 300 students from across the United States and around the world who study at the conservatory. And Longis is now in affiliation with Bard College, has been since 2012. So it's great to see this conservatory in Neighborhood 9, and it's a real resource for the community. Second on my list is the Radcliffe Quad at Harvard. This is off Linnean Street and on the other side off Shepherd, and bordering then on on Garden Street on the third side. And it is now part of the undergraduate Harvard housing program. There are 12 houses, and the other 9 are on the river. The 3 found here are Cabot, Courier, and Forsheimer, and they're all surrounding the quadrangle that define the Radcliffe Quad. The students who live here often think of themselves as having been quadded, since they're a bit further removed from the main part of the campus, closer to Harvard Square and the other residential houses found along the river. But it's not that far from the rest of the campus. And Neighborhood 9 is blessed by the presence of these houses and the central green that they surround, giving the neighborhood a strong felt presence of Harvard. The buildings are well maintained. They bring students into the neighborhood. And it's just such a special place to be in that quad and sit on a summer's day in the sunshine and feel all these wonderful buildings positioned around you is very special. So I love that Harvard as a felt presence in the neighborhood is here. So Radcliffe Quad. Number 1 on my list for things I love about Neighborhood 9 is the Avon Hill neighborhood. So within Neighborhood 9, there's a sub-neighborhood known as Avon Hill, and it's bound by Linnean Street, Upland Road, Massachusetts Avenue, and Raymond Street. And it's set atop a rise in the land, hence the name Avon Hill. And it was laid out in 1870, and it includes a concentration of fine Victorian and Second Empire residential buildings, brick sidewalks, mature trees, a number of substantial, well-maintained single-family homes, an eclectic mix of styles. I just love Avon Hill as a neighborhood within Neighborhood 9, and I think it might actually be my favorite neighborhood in all of Cambridge. It's extremely special, and I feel fortunate over the last 20 plus years to have been involved in a number of transactions with buyer and seller clients in this neighborhood. Wonderful. Neighborhood 9 is a very special neighborhood of Cambridge. And in the link below, I have, in the description below, I have a link with more information for you about Neighborhood 9, Porter Square, and Avon Hill, and additionally information on what's for sale at this time in this neighborhood. My name is Charles Cherney, and I welcome the opportunity to connect with you by text, telephone, or email as you give thought to buying the right home or selling for the best price in Neighborhood 9 of Cambridge, Massachusetts, or elsewhere in Cambridge or neighboring Somerville. I've lived and loved this neighborhood for many years, and I'm excited to share with you more about it. Reach out at any time. Take care.